right, Essam. Hey, we're good. We're live here with Essam. Tell me what you've created here and why you're here. Why'd you come from New York?
So I came here for the the Democratic Liberty and Justice Caucus or celebration with a nearly to-scale model of a Predator drone to try to raise awareness about the lives lost in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Somalia, Yemen, Iraq, and Syria from extrajudicial killings. I served in the U.S. Army for 3.5 years and did geospatial intelligence work and had the privilege or horror really of sort of witnessing what the military does overseas and the role that autonomous weapons and drones played in warfare. And I just want to be able to elevate this to a higher state of discourse in this country. I think that we talk about silly things like Beto O'Rourke dropping out of the race, but we're not talking about the lives that are being lost from robotic warfare and how we're subverting the Geneva Conventions and how we're committing war crimes left and right with these weapons of war.
What sort of reception have you been getting with this drone?
It's been mostly positive. People are intrigued. There's been a handful of people that have kind of brushed it off and not really understood. But I had the opportunity to ask Andrew Yang his opinion on drone warfare and the CIA's extrajudicial killings, as well as Pete Buttigieg. And Andrew Yang was very receptive, and he understands the problem, and he said, I'm definitely going to do everything I can to end CIA use of armed drones, as well as end the AUMF. Pete Buttigieg, on the other hand, didn't even respond. Though he could clearly hear my question and we made eye contact, he chose not to interact.
Yeah. Why should your average Iowan care about the issue of drone warfare?
Well, we happen to be in Des Moines right now, and Des Moines there is a drone command center, and so there are Air Force reservists that are participating in the slaughter of innocent civilians overseas right here in Des Moines, so Iowans should definitely care. Yeah.
Where to next? You're going to Cedar Rapids tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Cedar Rapids, yes.
Okay.
There's two events, one fish fry, and then another event on accessibility and for handicaps, and a bunch of the candidates will be at both of these giving speeches. And they're going to be a bit smaller than this one here at the Wells Fargo Arena. Okay. So hopefully we'll get some FaceTime with some of the other candidates tomorrow.
And what other kind of pieces of art have you created that are kind of in the activist realm?
Yeah, so I've done a lot of work around this subject matter actually in the last 7 years. It started out as street art, and this I think very much has that vein, or a bit performative in the streets, for the public. I did a series of street signs and a series of public service announcements, and then also some graffiti. All of those were about the NYPD and their potential use of drones. At the time, they were communicating with the FAA on the legality of using drones in New York, and I wanted to raise awareness about that issue because at that time, late 2011, early 2012, nobody really knew what a military drone was. People understood drones as, like a little toy, and even then there was only one or two companies making those. But nobody really knew that people were dying overseas from this. And I really felt like people needed to have that conversation. And in order to feel empathy for what was going on overseas, I wanted to bring the presence of that technology to New Yorkers, right? So if you feel like the NYPD is using that technology over your heads, hopefully you'll think about why that might be a problem for you, and you're going to have to confront the fact that it's being used to kill children and women in Pakistan and the border regions in Afghanistan.
Well, thank you very much for coming to Iowa.
No, my pleasure. It's really an honor to be here.
Yeah, thanks, Essam.
for hosting me.
Thank you.